what all did this prep teach you?
Ooh, it's a good question. Actually, I think I'll have a sit for this one. Oh, um, this experience, for one, taught me to lean into creativity, because when you're working with 55 grams carbs a day, you get real creative with what you're eating, especially if you want volume. But I will say, micronutrient-wise, all the vegetables, I was feeling fantastic, despite being essentially starved. So it taught me the creativity. Believe it or not, there for a while, there was this, I want to say it was around like the 8 weeks out mark, where I really started noticing the slowdown of my brain, right? Of my processing speed, of my recall, of my everything else. Like everything just like slowed way down.
Okay.
But when that happened is when I started doing more with my posing. So there was actually, it was like a sweet spot where the slowdown of my cognitive processing allowed me to get out of my head enough to be able to connect to my body, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, my situation is
Whoa.
I tend to fall into floating head syndrome, right?
Well, not just that. It's ADHD, right?
That too, yeah.
So
yeah.
if your head is going a million miles an hour most of the time, and the diet, or in this case, kind of starvation, slowed it down, your thought process was probably the same as a regular person, right? Not somebody in prep, not an athlete, not a scholar, but your everyday person. It's where you're no longer overthinking things.
Oh yeah, no, I
Because
didn't have the capacity for it.
yeah, no. But sadly, it's at some point it probably felt like you were underthinking everything.
It just felt like I couldn't form a thought.
Yeah, well, that's
really
what
and truly, it just felt like I couldn't form a thought. But that was as we got like deeper into it, right?
Yeah.
In this sweet spot, I still felt like I could still think, but it was like, okay, hold on, give me a second. I'm wheels turning, we're buffering, but all right, we're back,
Yeah.
So that's more or less how it felt. But remember, I'm a recovering perfectionist. I am the person who has to have everything just so before I launch it, because if not, I'm gonna feel this immense anxiety that everybody is judging me and I'm under a microscope and everybody can see my flaws, and it's not like that. That is complete catastrophic thinking,
That's the overthinking part.
That is completely irrelevant, not actually what's happening, right? In order for me to be able to get out of my head and reduce those perfectionist tendencies, I needed for my brain to slow down. So in a way, I was like, it was like a blessing in disguise, so to speak, right? So there's the one side where I'm frustrated because I can't think right, but then there's the other side because I'm like, holy shit, I can actually feel my muscles activated. I can actually, whenever I'm in my front pose, my shoulders are landing where they need to land without me telling them to do that. I'm not overthinking it. I'm not over-rotating. I am just letting my body do its thing. And then learning to trust that my body knows what she's doing. I don't have to control every single little thing in order to be a functioning human being, right?
So, and you've mentioned before, it's bulimia that you had, right?
Yes.
It was bulimia.
Yes.
So, nutrition-wise, and all that, I know that it did not. At least it didn't seem like any of those thoughts ever came back.
They didn't, and I was really surprised by it. I was really, really surprised by that. Honestly, I expected them to.
I was worried about that.
I expected them to, but maybe because I was looking out for them,
But that's also the
or maybe because I was expecting them, it's like a pleasant surprise that they didn't
that it didn't happen.
come
Yeah.
along, you know? But, and maybe that just speaks to, you know, something so simple as adjusting your expectations, you know, receiving more information and then adjusting as you get more info so that you can like titrate your behaviors.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
You adjust as you go.
Yeah, because like initial adjustment, oh, this is going to suck balls. And then I'm in it and I'm like, okay, this actually doesn't suck that bad. So I adjusted the expectation. Okay, yeah, it sucks. Like, it sucks if you really think about it because, yeah, I'm eating like 1,100 calories. Like, that fucking, like, my butt cheek eats that when I'm powerlifting. You know what I mean? But it's not that bad because I'm eating good food. I actually enjoy what I'm eating. I'm having fun in the kitchen. I'm eating a abundance of volume because I'm eating so many vegetables and that kind of thing. Like, I'm actually enjoying my food. I adjusted my expectation, so it didn't suck.
I guess that was the whole purpose of this test, and I guess it was kind of proven en route, if that makes sense, because I know you had told me that it was almost a test to see if you truly got past that disorder or the disordered eating. And
I wanted to see if it still had a hold on me.
And I will say, you know, I think I saw you grab cereal once or twice throughout the whole prep, and I know that that's a trigger food for you. And you ate your whatever, and then you put it away, and then that was it. And
that was it.
I saw it, and all those things even I was worried about on your behalf never happened. So I was like, oh no.
No, it's and you know that is such a cool feeling too, because I think of eating disorder recovery kind of like recovery from alcoholism. It's almost like an addiction because it is driven by impulsivity. It is, you know, highly emotional experience. You know, it's compulsion driven.
Compulsion driven, yeah.
Right? Kind of like an addiction would be. So I don't think that you're ever fully 100%
like free
resolved or free of an eating disorder or an addiction or something like that.
It just doesn't control you.
Yeah, it doesn't control you anymore. Understanding how far up to that line you can walk and still say, no, you still do not control me. I'm the person in control here, not you.
I guess I just thought of it. It was like, I guess a really good comparison is anything that's compulsion driven or an addiction or anything like that is it can go from feeling like a stranglehold on you where there's nothing you can do to holding it by the hand.
Yep.
And you can pull it back.
And you can pull it back.
And it's like, no, it's still attached to me, but then it goes from holding a hand with an adult to now a little kid where it's like, no, I'm stronger than you. You're coming back here with me, you know?
Well, and what's funny is that 9 out of 10, whenever you have an addiction, an eating disorder or something, it's funny that you say it's like holding the hand of a little kid because a lot of times
it's like
resolving that issue is just getting back in touch and giving that little you what they are missing that they did not receive in their upbringing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's funny that you say that because yes, it is very much like that.
But yeah, so overall, after being a strength athlete, a Highlands athlete, and now an aesthetics athlete or competitor, would you say you feel accomplished that all three of these things, and obviously therapy on the side, have helped you mitigate to the point where it's almost non-existent certain mental health aspects, right? The gym, exercise, and diet can only help so much. That's where your therapist or kind of like a lifestyle type coach can get you past. They can help. They can assist you with it because you still need to do the work yourself.
Because here's the thing too, right?
But would you say that all of those things helped you?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. In fact, in one of the conversations that I was having in my supervision group, you know, I was sharing some personal details, And, you know, my supervisor kind of stepped back and she was like, you know, it is truly beautiful what you have set up for yourself in order to overcome all these conditions that you've had. And really, I mean, yes, I went to school, you know, with the psych degree and all that other good stuff. But outside of the academics of it, actually committing myself to the gym, actually committing myself to eating in a way that aligns with how I want to feel, not how I am currently feeling, if that makes sense. Because I truly do look forward to, like, you know, my big ass salad at Barnaby's. Like, I look forward to that, and I know it's a salad, but it is so good, and I love it. You know what I mean?
Let's calm down there. It's a salad from Barnaby's.
It's a salad from Barnaby. I mean, let's be real.
Salad.
But you know, I actually do enjoy eating my vegetables. I enjoy, you know, when we cook at home and we experiment with different sauces and different seasonings and different, like, I love that kind of stuff because it's allowing me to be creative, but I feel good when I eat it. If I eat a slice of pizza, I'm gonna feel like shit the next day. I'm gonna feel like shit that night because of my lactose intolerance, and I knew I shouldn't have done that thing, but I did it anyway.
That's more of a physical problem.
But it's more of a physical problem, but then it screws with my head too, right? Because now I feel gross. I feel, you know, I feel uncomfortable, and I'm gassy, and I'm all, you know, and that makes me spiky. So yeah, it's a physical manifestation, but it is affecting my mental health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
so
bodybuilding has taught me, for one, I can honestly say that food no longer controls me. It doesn't. If I can sit there and eat some bland ass chicken and rice or zucchini and egg whites with a grain of salt on it for 10 days and still make it through, still finish the thing, still do, you know, and restrict myself calorie wise and all these things, food doesn't have a hold on me anymore. I now know that I can sit down and enjoy a meal when I'm not in prep or when I'm not, you know, doing, or even, you know, if I am in a fat loss phase, or if like right now I'm in reverse, so I'm not just eating balls to the wall, I'm still eating in a structured way. But I can still sit down and have moments where I fully enjoy my food, where I am enjoying the experience of eating, because yes, it is an experience. I get to be mindful in that moment.
The guilt isn't there
anymore. The guilt isn't there. There's no worry about, you know, oh my God, how many calories is this? Or how many, no. I'm just enjoying a meal. And I'm enjoying it for the sake of, this is for my soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's the other side of, okay, well, no, we're in prep now, or we're in a fat loss phase now, and okay, if I gotta eat my bland ass chicken, so be it. I can do 10 days, I can do anything for 10 days. You know what I mean? Kind of like when you jump on the treadmill. Oh, I've got 30 minutes of cardio, I can do anything for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But just tell yourself that. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of instances where you don't want to do something for 30 minutes, but the fact of the matter is, when you condense it and you adjust that expectation and say, instead of, oh, this is gonna fucking suck for the next 10 days. Like, all right, it's gonna suck, but you know, 10 days. I can do it for 10 days.
But biggest lesson,
control.
Food doesn't have a control.
Food does not have a control over me anymore. It does not have a control over me anymore.
So
I have a respect for it, but it does not control me anymore. So and I got over my stage fright.
There you go.
With the bodybuilding show.
We'll throw anxiety in there
yes,
for that one.
Yeah. Oh, good God. Because in front of a camera, all day. I can do that all day.
But people
put me in front of people and then make me have to say stuff? Oh, no.
Say stuff or do stuff?
Or do stuff? Oh, yeah. No. And then here I am in a bikini, a sparkly bikini with my like butt cheeks out in the air. Like, here, guys, look at this. I mean, you're either going to do it or you're not. I did it.
Well,
you know, all these things that I thought were going to be terrifying and that I wasn't going to be able to do, I did them, and I did them well.
So, powerlifting, Highlands, bodybuilding have in essence helped you conquer the control food had on you.
Yep.
and
have taught me to appreciate what my body can do instead of what she looks like.
and you've learned the purpose behind the nutrition for certain aspects in certain sports, right? Because after a while, we all know you can't eat like a bodybuilder and compete in strong.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can compete, you just ain't going to do well. You know.
I mean, I don't know.
But
if you get really, really, really good with meal timing and all that other kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure you could. Might be an experiment.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I have yet to meet a bodybuilder that eats 10 to 14,000 calories.
Oh, no. I mean, I thought you meant like eat like a bodybuilder. Like
no,
eat
I mean eat like a
hours.
bodybuilder in prep and be ready
Oh,
for
no. You're not fueled nearly enough for all that.
Yeah, no, not even close.
Like even if you were juiced to the gills, you're still not going to want to do all that.